So you're about to retire, you've done a great job saving. Congratulations. But now what? Well, there are a couple of ways you could approach things. One would be without a plan, and another way would be with a plan. As you might guess, I'm probably going to suggest the latter. Let's just say that you did save a big pile of money and now you're retired. But you're not quite sure, you hope you have enough, and you have a big bucket, and whenever you need the money, you just reach into that bucket for food, utility bills, take a trip, buy a car, hope the money grows. And if you have a big enough bucket, maybe you'll be doing just fine. But for most people, that's not a very structured way or a very careful way to head into retirement, because you could be spending more than you realize, or let's say you hit a bad streak in the market and all of a sudden that bucket starts emptying faster than it should, and you're not going to have enough to make it. Well, let's look at a little bit more structured way to do that. The bucket strategy for retirement income planning is one of the more common ways that people can think of things. Instead of one bucket or two buckets, let's break it down to three buckets. So for bucket number one, that might be your short-term spending. In other words, money you might need in the near term. You don't want to take a lot of risk because you can't have it bounce around in the markets. Midterm spending, well, you're looking for a little more growth, but again, you want to kind of watch that volatility to an extent. But now the long-term bucket, that might be not be money you need for many years, so you can go through a full market cycle, all the ups and all the downs, hoping that that makes a much better return than the others, and knowing that you don't have to take the money out at any given time, especially at the wrong time. Short-term bucket, now this is just an example, but to give you an idea, that might be money you need in 1 to 3 years. The midterm bucket might be 3 to 7 years, and the long-term bucket might be beyond 7 years. And a way to think about how to actually use these buckets together would be thinking about when markets are good and when markets are bad. So let's just say when there's a good time in the market, that may be an opportunity to take some of your midterm money and put it into the short-term bucket. Again, hang on to that profit, make it more conservative. Subsequently, your more aggressive investments, if they're having a really good year, maybe don't just let them sit, maybe grab some of those profits, put them in the midterm bucket, and subsequently going into the short term. So the whole point is, it should give you a little bit better control and hopefully a better chance of sustainability for your income plan. But as I've said with many of the other videos, I believe that your best chance of success is actually having a plan, hopefully working with someone that has experience in doing that and giving you the lifestyle that you worked so hard for.